Coming out of high school, Payton Turner was a 2-star recruit, which according to the Washington State SB Nation page means considered a mid-major prospect with limited pro potential and expects to contribute 1 to 2 years at a high level maximum or often a role player. Payton Turner proved his star rating wrong by being taken in the first round of the 2021 NFL Draft. But who is Payton Turner? In the Who Is series, we go through the backstories of up-and-coming collegiate and pro athletes. Today is a special episode. Earlier this month, a former high school teammate of mine was in a serious accident that left him fighting for his life. Whatever money and ad revenue this video makes until the end of June, I will donate to his family to help with the medical expenses. Tyreek is a Saints fan, so I thought why not make a video on the Saints first round pick, Payton Turner. I have also put the link to the GoFundMe in the description below if you're interested in donating. Payton Turner grew up in the Houston, Texas area and comes from an athletic family. His mother Elena was a former Division I basketball player, which led to Turner developing a love for basketball. He actually turned down multiple Division I offers in basketball to play football in college. Turner started playing sports at a young age, telling the Daily Cougar, "I still remember playing Little Tykes hoops as a kid. It was so much fun." Turner also talked about how his parents pushed him in athletics, telling the Daily Cougar, "Both my parents have motivated me and pushed me my whole life to be the best player I can be. I started with sports when I was really young and haven't stopped, whether it's football or basketball." Payton Turner attended Westside High School, which is west of downtown Houston. Turner lined up everywhere on the defensive line in high school from end to nose tackle. As a junior, Turner recorded 28 tackles, 4 tackles for a loss, and 2 sacks. Turner was only able to play 4 games as a senior before he tore his ACL. The season-ending injury did not stop him from racking up the stats as he recorded 22 tackles and an interception, while still being named first-team All-District. According to 24/7 Sports Composite, Payton Turner was a 2-star recruit who was the 117th best weak side defensive end, 359th best player in Texas, and 2,548th best player in his class. Turner went under the radar coming out of high school, only receiving 1 Division I offer from Houston. Kansas, Michigan, Purdue, and Texas all showed interest in Turner, but never offered him because of his senior year ACL injury. The ACL injury did not scare away Turner's hometown team as they continued to pursue the Houston product. As a result, Turner committed and signed with his hometown Cougars on February 1st, 2017, and enrolled at Houston on June 30th, 2017. When Turner first got to Houston, he immediately became an impactful player as a true freshman. He quickly learned the playbook and showed he had strong football smarts. Defensive line coach AJ Blum told the Daily Cougar, "He has shown that he can be dependable as an 18-year-old freshman. He has learned the playbook, and even at the beginning of camp, he grasped everything so well. The combination of his wisdom, his ability, and knowing where to be helps him a lot." Turner would make his debut against Rice and quickly made an impact. On his second play in the game, Turner was pursuing Rice quarterback Sam Glassman, doing what he was taught his whole life. Glassman would then proceed to throw the ball directly at Turner, who picked the ball off and the stadium erupted in cheers. Turner told the Daily Cougar, "I didn't know I was about to get an interception. I just saw him wind up and I did what coaches have always taught me. You just got to get your hands up. I wound up batting the ball and then coming down with it." Turner also told the Daily Cougar, "It was crazy and the loudest place I have ever been in my life after that play. Everyone swarmed me and I was so happy. But right now, I just have to keep my head down, keep grinding in the weight room and on the field, and I need to stay hungry." Turner would also record a tackle for a loss, and a sack in the game, which resulted in him being promoted from 3rd string to 2nd string. After the game, head coach Major Applewhite spoke fondly of Turner, telling the Daily Cougar he has a long way to go and a lot to improve on. He has a nice frame that can continue to build, and he's intelligent. He comes from a good family, a coach's family, so he understands how to be competitive. He has expectations from home, so he's used to having to achieve. I'm looking forward to him continuing to grow and develop. Applewhite also told the Daily Cougar, "We were on him all summer and fall camp about learning the defense. He has the length and flexibility. We must develop the strength and put on the weight. He's a good young man from a good family. We're 98% of the way there." Turner received more playing time against Texas Tech, which translated to 2 tackles and 2 quarterback hits. Turner finished his true freshman season playing in 11 games, recording 14 tackles, 2 tackles for a loss, 1 sack, 3 pass deflections, and 1 interception. As a sophomore, Turner started all 11 games he played in, but missed 2 games of the season with a foot injury. He finished the season with 42 tackles, 4.5 tackles for a loss, and 4 pass deflections. As a junior, Turner put up impressive numbers, but when you learn what was going on behind the scenes, his season was even more impressive. Payton Turner played most of the 2019 season with multiple broken or dislocated fingers. Head coach Dana Holgerson told reporters in November of 2019 he'd have more sacks if he had fingers. He can't grab anything. If he could use his fingers, he'd probably have 10 to 15 sacks at this point. Turner finished the season with 34 tackles, 8 tackles for a loss, 4 sacks, and 4 pass deflections. Houston's defensive coordinator Doug Belk told The Athletic his physical and mental toughness is unmatched. Being dinged up does not slow him down from playing competitively, where some guys it affects the way they play. In Houston's 2020 season opener, Turner put on a show. After the Cougars got down double digits, Turner helped turn the tides, getting in the backfield consistently, finishing with 4.5 tackles for a loss, 2 sacks, and 7 total tackles, as well as a Cougars win. Doug Belk reflected on a play Turner made in Houston's loss to BYU. Sam Kahn Jr. writes about the play in his article, "What New Orleans Saints are getting in Payton Turner, the Houston edge rusher whose relentless effort moved him up draft boards." From The Athletic saying, after Turner was chipped by fullback Mason Wake, he pursued Zach Wilson for a few yards before the quarterback dumped it off to Wake, who had slipped into the open field. When Wake caught the ball at his own 42, Turner was 4 yards behind him. By the time Wake hurdled a pair of Houston defenders and landed on the turf 20 yards downfield, the 6'5", 270-pound edge rusher had caught up and got in on the tackle. That play just shows Turner's relentless effort. Turner finished his senior season with 25 tackles, a team-leading 10.5 tackles for a loss, and 5 sacks, 1 forced fumble, and a blocked extra point. He would miss 3 games with a knee injury and COVID-19, but was still named second-team All-AAC. Going to the 2021 NFL Draft, Dane Brugler had Turner rated as the 9th best edge player and 60th overall prospect. The New Orleans Saints would take Turner with the 28th overall pick in the first round, with some believing they reached. Brugler writes in his scouting report, "Overall, Turner needs to cultivate his pass rush sequence, but he has outstanding length, foot quickness, and competitive energy. He projects as an eventual NFL starter with the inside-outside versatility." Turner played all over the defensive line at Houston and was a team captain his senior year. With Turner's work ethic, it will not surprise me if he proves doubters wrong and proves he was worth the Saints' first-round pick. But what do you think? Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to check out the GoFundMe in the description below, and as always, remember to embrace the grind.